bit shaky because she was pressing too much. She was trying to be too perfect. Jen Flynn Oldenburg said, hey, just relax. Let it go, let it fly. Don't put so much pressure on yourself. She's really hit her stride as of late here and playing great volleyball. She was a unanimous first team Big Ten All-Selection. She is a great swing on that right side. Big-time playmaker as well.
Third meeting all time between Ohio State and Georgia Tech, but they have not met since 2004. Georgia Tech with 25 wins on the season, Ohio State with 27. Two of the top teams in the country set to go head-to-head with a spot in the regional finals on the line. First serve from Georgia Tech. First swing for Gabby Gonzalez for Ohio State, who's coming off a 15-kill performance in the 4-set win over Tennessee that got Ohio State to this round.
And you'll see that connection between Mac Pedraza and Gabby Gonzalez on the outside pin time and time again today. They push the tempo really fast to those outside pins. Great swing by Gonzalez to start us off.
Speaking of fast tempo, that's something Georgia Tech loves to do. Dynamic offensive team. A swing by Moss goes wide, a hitting error early for Georgia Tech. First 2 points go to the Buckeyes. Kylie Murr, the libero, back to serve for a second time, junior from Yorktown, Indiana. 7th in the Big Ten this year in digs per set. And that one is in, so Moss, after the hitting error, comes right back and gets the kill.
Michelle Collier told us, when our middles are efficient, we go to a whole different level as a team. So look for Maddie McKissick, the senior setter, to run her middles, Erin Moss and Braylon Morset, time and time again, just to get this team going.
And Bergman with the first of what should be plenty of kills here today. Julia Bergman, ACC Player of the Year, averaging better than 4.5 kills a set, good for 13th in the country.
You hope your outside hitter averages just above 3 kills per set. To average 4.6 kills per set is bonkers.
Dug out by Bertolino. Swing off the block, and that is Mariana Brambila, who really will tee it up from the back row.
She's so much fun to watch. She's the heart of this team. Watch Mari out of the back row. Then when she checks into the front row, she'll be on that right side. Between her and Julia Bergman, they never rotate out of the game, so they are always a threat everywhere on the court.
Quick set, good block by Moss. Londot missed the mark. 4 straight points for Georgia Tech.
We talked about Londot and Bergman in our open. Right now, they are face-to-face at the net. It's a matchup we will watch throughout the entirety of the afternoon.
Bertolino on a good service run right here. Georgia Tech there at the block. Set for Bergman. 5-0 run for the Yellow Jackets.
Great swing by there with Bergman, going up against a big block, but still able to work it through. That's the power that she's capable of. If you're not sealed at the net, if you're Riley Rader, if you're Emily Londot, she's going to be able to bust it through the seam.
Already 4 kills for Georgia Tech, and Moss on the overpass puts it down, and this run continues for the Yellow Jackets. 6-0 run.
It's a nice job by Erin Moss, recognizing, hey, overpass is coming, not going to get cute with it, just going to be efficient, throw down. Really nice job by Bertolino here from a service standpoint.
What? I'm sorry, what were you about to say? You didn't say that.
Every time I go to compliment the server, I jinx them. That is my fault.
Are you the kind of person, like you're a fan at a baseball game, it's like the 8th inning and a guy's got a no-hitter, it's like, hey, he's got a no-hitter going.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah,
I know.
yeah. And then there's a hit on the next swing. Well, Georgia Tech bounces right back and gets the point.
McKissick with the double guns to the air. Did you see that?
Well,
why did she take them out of the holster? She went double guns to the air after the 2-shoot. Heads up play by McKissick.
Regional semifinals, you got to bring out the A material here.
I love it. I'm sure her family in the stands loved it as well.
And there's a lot of family here. Kaiser, who struggled with her serve in the last round, comes up with a good serve for Georgia Tech. Bergman Looked like it was off the mark. Georgia Tech claiming that it was tipped, and I think Michelle Collier is, well, she took 2 steps towards the card. Now she's looking to her team saying, should I challenge it? And she will bring out the challenge card. You can see it was Kayla Kaiser who was saying that was tipped, and we'll rack it back just a little bit. It did look like it was wide. And does it go off the outside of the right hand here? That was the hand of Pedraza.
And if you saw, Julia Bergman immediately turned to Brambila and said, I heard it, but I heard it. Unfortunately, the film doesn't have noises, so it's either we see the fingers bend back on Pedraza's outside right hand or not. And the video footage we're looking at is exactly what our replay crew is looking at as well. So
let's review. If you were watching volleyball during the regular season, there were experimental rules in place. There were 2 challenges per match. If you were successful, you kept the challenge. They've gone back to the old system for the NCAA tournament, the original system, with the swing from the back row again. Tight one. Bergman had to come get it after a miscommunication. And then violation called on Ohio State. And it's a point for the Yellow Jackets.
A little bit of a tight pass there. Mac Pedraza explaining to Jen Flynn Oldenburg, yeah, my back grazed it just a little bit as I was going up to try to set that ball.
Maddie McKissick, first team all-conference selection, the senior, with the service error for Georgia Tech. That's number 2 for the Yellow Jackets. This is a team in Georgia Tech that has struggled with their serve. They've been better in the last 4 matches, even when it comes to aces and service errors, but it was a big deficit for a good chunk of the season. Big swing there from Brambila for the kill.
Great job by Georgia Tech, just siding out on that first ball contact. Brambila swings on the outside before now going over to the right side. Good job by her, not shying away from the block in front of her, just banging right through.
Here's Bergman, who has a big arm. Pedraza tried to get it over, but it was successful. It's a point for Ohio State.
Pedraza did a nice job there, recognizing, hey, I'm live. I'm allowed to take it over on the second contact. A little bit of a miscommunication there between Brambila and Breland Morset, not recognizing setter's live. We got to go up and block.
Quick set and a kill. Morset in the middle. Senior from Birmingham, second team all-conference selection. Made the big jump this season in her numbers. Battled injury a couple years ago. She's been a big part of their success this year. And as Katie mentioned before, the middles, according to Michelle Collier, have really improved their play for Georgia Tech. Londa.
Great touch at the block.
Berolino. Try Londa again. Some tight plays, and that one's going to be deflected out of play off of Ohio State, and Georgia Tech picks up the point to go up by 4.
It's a nice job by Georgia Tech just remaining patient, right? Couple of swings, couple of good touches by Ohio State. They don't get frustrated. They remain patient, wait for a good set, and drop it in.
Libero Pimentel with the serve. Off hands. Pimentel went with the bicycle kick attempt to try to keep it in play. Well, when you're from Brazil, you know how to play a little. You know how to play a little football.
I think so. Goes with the foot. Unfortunately, can't quite make the right contact.
Man, that would have been an all-timer.
Love the effort.
Playing in her first season with Georgia Tech. Oh, big rip there. That's Moss. What has impressed you about the play of Erin Moss? And I guess it's an extension of what you talked about, how the middles have really contributed for Georgia Tech to take that next step.
Well, she's clearly so physically gifted. She's got the length, she's got the hops. But what I really appreciate is that she's taking the thinking out of the game. So often, middles want to be over-analytical of what needs to be done. It's a fast position. Run, jump, block, hit. That's all you need to do. It's so fast, you don't have time to think. And when she takes the thinking out of the game and just lets her body take over, she is unbelievably good.
Bergman with the rip, but missed the mark. Ohio State with a point. Close. Murr to serve. And it looked like a little too aggressive on the swing from Brambila.
Just a toe over the 10-foot line. When you're in the back row, you have to clear the 10-foot line before you make contact with the ball. Unfortunately, she takes off just a tad in front of that 10-foot line. That's why she's called for the attack error.
Dropped in nicely by Emily Londot. That's her first kill.
Great job by Mac Pedraza, the junior setter. If you saw, she turned to face the net here. She finishes with her chest towards the net to stay out of the net. Sets up Emily Londot, who dumps it in for a nice tip right over top of that block.
Londot had 13 kills, hit 241, and had a team-high 8 digs in the win against Tennessee in the last round. Gruensfelder. Gonzalez off the block for the point.
It's a great job by Pedraza on the run, being taken way far behind the 10-foot line, still pushing tempo, putting Gabby Gonzalez in a great location so she can go up and swing, and she handles the block there.
Georgia Tech had a 12-8 lead, but Ohio State on a 4-0 run to tie it at 12. Deflected out of play, give the point to the Yellow Jackets. That ends the run. Freshman Bertolino back to serve, all freshman team selection. Gonzalez, big swing. Georgia Tech there defensively. And Georgia Tech saying, no, it shouldn't have been a double. A double was called, so the point goes to Ohio State. I don't think Michelle Collier agrees, but she just used a challenge. There's 1, 2, 3. But did Moss have the double contact? She said no. Good rip there for the point. This time legally by Brambila. You can see the passion, the fire is there.
I love it. You can feel the urgency. Look at the elevation. She's smaller at 5'11", but she can still get up high in the air. Has so much power and twitch behind that. Great job coming out of the back row, remaining a threat.
Kaiser, good serve. Another one from the back row. Ohio State ready for it this time.
Long rally, remain patient.
Off hands, Brambila gets there, point continues.
Who can stay mentally locked in here?
The answer is Ohio State.
Great defensive play on both sides. Bertolino, unfortunately, can't hang and handle that pass there. Comes over the net. Great job by Ohio State, putting the exclamation on for the point.
Manya Vukovic will come into the game for the first time for Ohio State, replacing Gruensfelder as Gonzalez goes back to serve. Bergman. Again, goes right after the new player into the match, Vukovic.
I love the repeat. I love the repeat from Maddie McKissick. She goes to Bergman, she doesn't get the kill. You know what? I'm going with my ace. And as well as entering the NCAA tournament, Jen is steady, and as is her team. You see that in the makeup and the personality. So two very different teams in the way that they operate, as you see Georgia Tech getting that point and showing a lot of passion and fire.
So Georgia Tech, after taking the timeout, have come back to tie it at 17. It's been a long time for these two programs before they've been in the regional final round, and Georgia Tech is back in front by 1. Since 2003 for the Yellow Jackets, 2004 for Ohio State.
Great job by Mari Brambila, recognizing overpass coming, calls off Breland Morissette, takes it over with her hand. Nice kill there to go ahead by 1. Ooh.
And an ace.
Miscommunication there between Gabby Gonzalez and libero Kylie Murr. Not something you see often from those two veterans, but Julia Bergman can really put a float on this serve here, and it can drop right between.
That one had a lot of movement to it. Gonzalez did well to get it. That one caught the tape and came down, and a timeout's going to be called here by Ohio State.
The tale of the timeouts. Somebody goes on a 2 or 3 point run, opposing coach calls a timeout, and then they come out. Great response right out of the timeout, but good job here by Bertolino, not reaching too much, just efforting and realizing that Londot doesn't have enough on it. Unfortunately, falls right before the net.
5 unanswered points for the Yellow Jackets. They're the first to 20 here in the first set. So the Georgia Tech fans who have made the trip here after they survived in Atlanta, they knocked off the Citadel in round 1. They swept Western Kentucky in round 2, ending Western Kentucky's 21-match winning streak. And how popular are things right now at Georgia Tech? Cozy O'Keefe Gymnasium sold out in 42 minutes for the 2 NCAA tournament matches played in Atlanta. I think it says a lot about what you've talked about, the way they play. Their style of play. I mean, they're
so much fun to watch.
They are fun to watch.
Have you ever called a game on their home court?
No, I don't. Well, I mean,
you'll have a headache for 2 days. It is.
I'm just thrilled. I'm thrilled to be next to you in person.
I appreciate
here,
that.
So.
I appreciate that. But their home court advantage is something else when they're able to host the first and second round of the NCAA tournament. It's loud. That band gets going. You'll need a Tylenol for the next 3 days because you can't shake your headache. But the fans showed out for Georgia Tech, as they should, because this is a great team that has done something special already within the ACC and hoping to continue on here today.
All right, so Ohio State takes the timeout to try to settle things down, slow down this 5-0 run. Quick set and a good response as Erica Davis, the freshman from Hillsborough, North Carolina, all freshman team selection, gets the kill.
First kill of the day for Erica Davis. Talk about a freshman making an impact early for a team. She shows great composure. She's a good blocker, but also can get going offensively as well.
And a double's going to be called here on Ohio State. So give the point to Georgia Tech.
All right, now if you're Georgia Tech, you're past the point of 20. You need to remain perfect in terms of don't give away any free points, no unforced errors. Keep your foot on the gas here, and if you're Ohio State, can you side out here quickly?
Londot looking for her first kill, and she's going to get it.
Great job by the Buckeyes. First ball side out there. They leave Londot up the middle on a little bit of a 1.5, almost a 2 ball to allow her to elevate at 6'3". Even though she's got 4 hands in front of her, she still clips those fingertips. Gets the kill.
Gruensfelder. Deflected out of play. Good hustling play by Kylie Murr, who slid into the scores table to try to get it. Could not get it, and Georgia Tech stretches it out to a 3-point advantage here late in the first set.
Substitution for Georgia Tech.
Isabella D'Amico, sophomore from Westerville, Ohio, will come into the match.
Interesting change by Georgia Tech. They're late in this set. Maddie McKissick is undersized as a setter. They bring in D'Amico at 6 foot to block.
And set. That one is deflected out of play. That's something when we were at practice yesterday, you noticed when that happened for Georgia Tech. They were trying to find ways to protect the setter in the front line. One way to do it is to go to the bench and use the personnel there, and now another timeout's called by Ohio State. down by 4.
As great as Maddie McKissick is at running Georgia Tech's offense, she is 5'9", so she's a bit of a liability in terms of blocking in the front row. I know the feeling well, so I can feel for her. But you've got D'Amico, who's a younger setter, very capable as well. You can easily flip them in and out of the lineup, so D'Amico can give you a little bit more size on that right side block to touch a couple more balls. If not, they always bring Julia Bergman over to also help out and almost put up a triple block. Just wins. Purdue goes on a run, able to win it 18-16. We haven't seen a whole lot of 5-setters in the NCAA tournament in general. That was one of the first, and what a match that was between those two teams.
On dot, off hands and out of play. Point for Ohio State, much needed.
Great response by Jen Flynn Oldenburg's team coming out of the timeout. Of course, they go to Emily Londot, their hot hand, a reliable weapon. She goes high hands for the kill.
They say Georgia Tech does that it was deflected. Collier is going to go to the challenge card for the second time here in the first set. You saw 6 Georgia Tech players saying that was blocked. So she has to use her second challenge. She'll be left with 1 challenge. Let's see if it caught some hands here.
You can see that left hand of Riley, but you did stall the momentum that Ohio State was gaining at that point in time. Doesn't help.
Set back for Brambila. Yes, that's in. Good swing.
Brambila out of right back comes up for an awesome swing here. Good job by Maddie McKissick recognizing she doesn't have an outside hitter because Bertolino came under. Great cross-court deep shot by Brambila.
Outside hitter averaging better than 4 kills a set, 3rd in the conference. 13 kills in the 3-setter against Western Kentucky. That serve comes up high on Gonzalez, did well to fight it off, then got to the net. Ohio State keeps it alive.
Excellent cover.
And then that's in. Moss with the swing. But now they say out.
And they don't have a challenge to be able
Well, Georgia Tech, Georgia Tech could use their final challenge here, but they've already used 2. Remember, they've got 3 for the match for the first 4 sets and would get an additional 1 in the 5th.
Oof, I would love to see that one again.
Ohio State's not waiting around. And that whistle, a double is called on Ohio State, and that will do it for set number 1. Georgia Tech wins it 25-22.
Might not have gotten the calls that they thought they should, but they get a big call and a double contact on Matt.
There have been undefeated champions in the past, of course. Louisville comes into this region undefeated, the only team in the country still without a loss. But you look at through the years, some of the great programs, great teams in recent history in NCAA volleyball. Penn State going back-to-back in 08 and 09. Can Louisville do it? Well, they took a step closer today with a sweep of Florida to improve to 31-0 on the season. The Cardinals will take on the winner of this match Saturday, 6 Eastern time on ESPNU. Also on this side of the bracket, Baylor and Minnesota underway, with Baylor on top of the Gophers as they play in set 2. That is in Madison. Baylor's won 9 in a row, trying to slow down Stephanie Samity and the Gophers. Wisconsin hosting that regional in Madison. Had some battles with Ohio State certainly this season. Later on, it'll be the Austin Regional, Texas and Washington, Illinois, Nebraska joining the party. Pittsburgh, Purdue, and Louisville already with the wins here today. Set 2, Ohio State will start with the serve. Remember, they had a 17-15 lead in that first set. Georgia Tech settled things down, and Georgia Tech has it deflected out of play. And it's a point for Georgia Tech.
Mariana Brambila off to a really nice start for the Yellow Jackets. 6 kills on 11 attempts. She's hitting .455 right now for her team. She's the Energizer Bunny. They go as she goes.
No errors for her so far. There's a block by Moss. Londot. No heads-up play there by Bergman, who was in the back row, and she thought about playing it, but then quickly made the calculation to let it go.
Another error there for Emily Londot. It'll be interesting to see when she kind of settles in and kicks it into gear, because once she starts clicking on all cylinders, everybody better watch out. But off to a early struggle here, just 2 kills, 3 errors on 11 attempts.
Yeah, Ohio State was more efficient than Georgia Tech in the first set. They hit .265 compared to Georgia Tech's .250, but the difference was Georgia Tech had 18 kills to 11 for Ohio State.
Okay, so a bit more efficient and getting more opportunities, right?
Right.
And that's a credit to the defense. Up at the net, but then the backline defense digging up balls, allowing Maddie McKissick to get more chances to her hitters.
Good point. 18 digs in that first set for Georgia Tech. Again, averaging on the season 15 digs a set, so above their season average. Oh, good job with the dig. Gruensfelder, great experience for Ohio State. Lets that one go. That's a hitting error on Georgia Tech. And Ohio State's down 3-2.
Excellent dig there by Hannah Gruensfelder to keep it in play. Not a great situation for Londot, but she, again, remains patient. Hey, not the best situation. I'm just going to send it over and know that my defense can get us out of it.
This is the 502nd set of her career. Good dig. Murr will get there. Ohio State still in the point as long as one player made contact. It was close. Then off of hands and out of play, and Georgia Tech ends up getting the point.
I love the repeat by Maddie McKissick. She runs Erin Moss. Ohio State's able to run out of it and keep it alive. She goes right back to Erin Moss, knowing that she can get a kill. Quick back set on an A. Erin Moss takes the angle. Great kill by the junior middle blocker.
4 kills for Moss. Good set there, and the kill for Erica Davis.
It's a case of anything you can do, I can do. But, oh, you want to get a middle kill? Why don't you set Erica Davis and see what we can do as well. 1-on-1 on the quick one set. Nice job by Mac Pedraza. Great cross-court shot there.
You never disappoint. I knew I'd get some singing before the day was over with 2 matches. Thank you. Bergman. Ohio State got there with the hands, but then a double called on Ohio State. So some errors piling up here for the Buckeyes.
So often when you're getting called for double contacts, it's because your feet's not to the ball set before you contact and set the ball to your attacker. So Mac Pedraza wants to make sure she gets her feet to the ball quickly, gets set up, and then sets the ball.
Bodies on the floor. That was more a set. Kaiser tried to save it. Point Ohio State.
Another great run by Pedraza going to her middle blocker, and Riley Rader this time, who gets up quick. She's 6'2", she jumps high. She's so fast, so it's hard to get a block set up in front of her quick enough. Great swing there.
Oh, good block defense there for Ohio State. And the Buckeyes have tied it at 5.
Great block set up by Mac Pedraza. Scoots out, gets fully extended, seals the net. Usually speaking, sometimes setters can be undersized. Mac Pedraza's 6'2". She's a force to be reckoned with from a blocking standpoint.
Another back row swing. That's been there for Brambila. Deflected out of play. Point for Georgia Tech. 7 kills for her now.
You can never lose track of where she is. It doesn't matter if she's in the backcourt, over in a corner, front row, as she just checked forward for. You can never miss your mark there because she is a threat at any location on the floor.
First team All-ACC for the 3rd consecutive season. And Gonzalez, great diving play, but Georgia Tech can't keep it going. Give the point to Ohio State.
Nice defensive hustle by Georgia Tech, but great job by Gabby Gonzalez recognizing, hey, I got a lot of hands in front of me. I can tool this block.
Gonzalez with the serve, and Gonzalez second on the team in aces coming into the match. Delivers from the service line for the Buckeyes.
And that's where you can really force this Georgia Tech offense out of system is with the serve.
Her expression has not changed one bit. Like, she just locked in. She's like,
she doesn't care.
Yeah,
Ace,
like, that's
out of system, who cares?
Not going
this
to
is
smile.
What I do.
Yep. Maybe I'll take a breath and you'll see a little teeth, but a couple of aces for her.
Ooh. Unbelievable.
Easter time on ESPNU. Also on ESPNU, Washington, which made that run to the national semifinals last year, will take on Texas, and Illinois will face Nebraska. Illinois, the team that knocked out Kentucky, the defending national champions. First team from the SEC ever to win a national championship. Georgia Tech or Louisville or Pittsburgh would like to become the first ACC team ever to win a national championship. And they are some good candidates. Oh, good job. Pimentel got there. Bergman off hands. Kept alive by Gonzalez. Londot diving play, but into the stands. Point for Georgia Tech.
Great hustle by Ohio State, but crucial side out by Georgia Tech because Gabby Gonzalez was not letting up with that serve. She was clearly going after Bianca Bertolino. Georgia Tech able to get out of it there. Hopefully now can cut into this deficit.
Gonzalez had 3 aces and a kill on that service run. Now Georgia Tech pushing back, they get the kill. Back-to-back points now for the Yellow Jackets.
Bertolino swinging with a little frustration there. I'm sick of serve receiving, just let me swing. Setters out.
Great defense by Ohio State to keep this point going. And then the violation on Georgia Tech, double called on the Yellow Jackets. Point Ohio State.
It's the right call. Ball spins just a tad coming out of Maddie McKissick's hands. Set point of the first set was a double contact for Mac Pedraza, so setters are being called pretty tight right now. Not a lot of movement allowed when they set the ball up.
Oh, dropped in beautifully. We've seen the big swings by Brambila, but now a little of a changeup gets the point for Georgia Tech.
I love when you see big-time attackers use finesse to win points. Great job recognizing defense is back because I've had a couple kills deep in the court. I'm going to keep them honest, keep them on their toes, drop it right over top of that block.
Already 9 kills, no errors for her. And that swing goes long from Davis.
Oh, and you hope Davis was going to get on top of that. Great job by Pedraza putting her in a one-on-one situation. She had all the net to work with. Unfortunately, just doesn't get there in time to get on top of the ball and bring it inside the court. Pushes it too long.
Pedraza, the setter, went for the kill. Couldn't get it. Instead, it's who else? Double figures now for the senior from Brazil.
Brambila been excellent through the first 2 sets thus far. 10 kills, hitting 625. And that's not just from the right side, that's from every part of the court.
That time, Davis got on top of it.
And I love the run from Pedraza. Erica Davis just had an error. She wants it back. Pedraza has the confidence. Hey, I'm not going to steer clear of her. I'm going to go right back to her, allow her to get that confidence back, gets the kill.
That ended a 5-1 run for Georgia Tech, where Brambila had 3 kills, but now back-to-back points for freshman Erica Davis.
Woo, 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 woo. Look at this block here. One-on-one. Goes straight up, seals the net. Has a celebration to boot.
Quick set for Moss. Looking for the outside this time, and that's long off the swing by Bukalik.
Jen-Flynn Oldenburg immediately telling Vanya, faster, you need to be on it faster. If you get on it faster at a higher point of contact, you have more opportunity to finish down inside the court rather than pushing the ball deep.
Pedraza set it to Londot, who saw the opening and dropped it in.
Londot does a really nice job in that rotation out of serve receive where they keep her in the middle of the net. She'll run a nice 2, 1.5 kind of ball, and she can move it around there. She has all this court to work with there. She just throws it to zone 4, right outside of the reach of Pimentel.
Davis couldn't get it over the net. Point for Georgia Tech.
And as good as Erica Davis is, that's a freshman decision right there. Instead of just coming down, recognizing, hey, I'm going to use my platform, set somebody else up. She tries to take it over in 2, can't quite get it to go.
Good block. That's Moss at the net defensively for Georgia Tech.
What a matchup we've got going between freshman Erica Davis of Ohio State and junior middle blocker Aaron Moss for Georgia Tech. These two have been going at it head-to-head, one-on-one, mano-y-mano, both getting the better of each other.
Second block for Georgia Tech. Rader for Londot. Another one that she drops in. Well placed by the sophomore from Utica, Ohio. Unanimous first-team Big Ten selection.
Londot's not getting a whole lot of kills from her swing, going big arm, but done a really nice job just playing smart volleyball, dropping in tips, making the defense move. She's beating them with her short game.
A really good placement and really good defense. Got there at the net, but it's not enough, though, as Georgia Tech gets the point.
For the Yellow Jackets, to serve number 25.
Kaiser will come in. She's been good from the service line for Georgia Tech so far. She'll put it into play. Homecoming for her, senior from Louisville, who played at a little school called Assumption, where someone who may be wearing a headset courtside went to school as well. Battle at the net, point Georgia Tech.
Kayla Kaiser, an Assumption grad. Riley Rader, number 20, middle blocker for Ohio State, an Assumption grad.
Must be a thrill for these kids to play in this game, the Louisville region. It looks like we're going to have a challenge here from Ohio State. So we've seen Georgia Tech use 2 challenges.
Ohio State point.
So good challenge for Ohio State. They're left with 2 challenges.
Maddie McKissick said, kill them with kindness. That's what I'm doing right now. Killing them with kindness. I'm just going to smile, even though I'm not happy inside.
Well, we know she wasn't happy from the first result. Her sister Ellie, a sophomore for Florida, was knocked out of the tournament. The McKissick family been very vocal in attendance here today, rooting on the sisters. One playing for Georgia Tech and one for Florida here today. Off hands and out of play, point Ohio State. So real good challenge by Ohio State. They get the reversal, so they take the point away from Georgia Tech. Now they're in front by 2.
Nice job by Gonzalez. She's got 3 blockers in front of her. Julia Bergman coming over to kind of help Maddie McKissick there. Still able to get the kill.
Bergman. Gonzalez with a big swing. Gonzalez take 2. Georgia Tech there with the D.
Maddie McKissick at 5'9". Are you kidding me?
She plays a lot bigger than 5'9",
Small
apparently.
setters can block 2. Even though that was high in the air, not a straight down roof, she'll take it.
She didn't have she had the celebration earlier after the
where
kill.
was her double gun holster?
Oh, that one trickles over.
There it is.
For the ace. So let's take inventory here. Kills, blocks, aces. She's got the hat trick.
She can do it all.
Primary setter for the 4th straight season for Georgia Tech. Pimentel, great dig to get it and keep it alive for Bergman, who goes long.
Unbelievable back row attack by Emily Londot there. Even better one-arm dig by Pimentel. Unfortunately, that ball's coming over top of Bergman's shoulder. Can't get it to go.
One big opening here for Ohio State is that Bergman, the ACC Player of the Year, has not had a good match so far. 4 kills, 6 errors, but Georgia Tech bounces right back.
Nice shot by Breland Morset getting the kill.
So Bergman will go back to the service line for the Yellow Jackets. Raider, quick set. Pimentel can't get there, point Ohio State.
Really nice run by Ohio State. Pass right on top of Pedraza's head. She runs the quick one set here to Riley Raider, who gets up over top of the double block in front of her. Bergman can't keep it in the court of play.
That one misses the mark. Georgia Tech is asking for a deflection, and Georgia Tech will take a timeout. Collier run a little hot as we talked.
To be thrilled that both daughters, that they didn't have to divide and conquer.
They must have sent thank you notes to the selection committee right away. Oh, thank you. We can't be in 2 places at once. We just need to be in one place. They got the signs all made up. Out of the Georgia Tech timeout. Who else? They look to Brambila, but it's an error for her. That is her first of the match on her 19th swing.
So here you go, Georgia Tech, back-to-back hitting errors. Couldn't get a dig in the point prior. Ohio State's been able to go on this run with Riley Raider serving.
Pancake save. Georgia Tech says it made contact with the court. We play on. And they get the point.
Great pancake by Londot. Bertolino says, nope, this is gonna be a demonstrative kill, no question about it. Londot lays out, gets underneath the touch. Aunt Jemima's smiling somewhere.
Well, Georgia Tech wasn't smiling. They didn't think that was a successful pancake. That one's deflected off of Georgia Tech. Point for Ohio State. 22-19 Buckeyes.
Vanya Bukalik with a nice swing, tool in the block there. See if Ohio State can close this out. Can Georgia Tech make a run here?
That's
11th kill for Brambila.
Great swing on the right side there. Now you go back to serve if you're Brambila. Can you go on a run here? Can you put together a string of points?
D'Amico back in for Georgia Tech. Londot. Dug up by Murr, who's trying to get out of the way, and then a hitting error for Ohio State. That brings Georgia Tech within 1.
Play broke down there for Ohio State. Pedraza was on the run. If you're Vanya Bukalik in that moment, you got to recognize, hey, not a good...
As they should, but that was a great pancake save, and it just dropped in front of Ohio State's defense.
Ohio State just looked a little off guard. Pimentel makes the play underneath with the pancake. Georgia Tech able to keep it alive, and here you go, change of momentum.
Moss tries again, but then Moss gets whistled. So that goes against Georgia Tech. The point goes to Ohio State. They're on top 23-22. Is Collier going to go to their challenge card for the third and final time here? Interesting. Okay, so she is out of challenges after using her challenge card right here in the second set.
So Erin Moss was called in the net on that play. Michelle does not think that her middle blocker was in the net. She thinks it was the ball that she was throwing over, clips the top of the net, which from that angle,
not this play, but this one right here.
that is the ball that clips the top of the net, not her fingertips. This should be overturned.
Now again, the other one was whether it was a touch on the block, which is so hard to look at, but we had a pretty good look at that one right there. So if they're looking at that, this should be
Georgia Tech.
a successful challenge for Georgia Tech.
But here's the problem. They called it dead in the middle of a play. It'll be a replay. And the fist bump. I love it.
What a moment, 23-23. Let's see how Iowa State answers. They go to Londot, who goes right after Brambila, and it's set point for Ohio State. Great response by the Buckeyes.
Excellent, excellent play by the Buckeyes. Gabby Gonzalez handles the float serve, puts it right on top of Pedraza's head. She goes to her go-to and by Georgia Tech, keeping them in that point. Bergman did not swing heavy on her first two attempts. She finally gets the set she's been waiting for where she feels like she can capitalize, and she calls off. Great defensive play in the backcourt by the Yellow Jackets.
So Bergman, who has struggled with the errors, comes up clutch with the short little drop and then
dink.
the big swing.
Just a little dink.
Dink and dunk?
Little dink and dunk. Well, no, that was a dink, and then that was just hauling off and slamming the ball.
So Bergman now has 6 kills. Player of the year in the ACC. First team all-conference each of the last 3 years. Stepped right on the campus. This is what Katie talked about before. We've been watching her for 3 years now. And she has faced pressure before. Even in round 2, they beat Tennessee in 4 sets. They lost set 2. Jen Flynn Oldenburg admitted afterward, the nerves were evident in that match. They fought through to get the victory. So they're going to have to tap into a little of that right here against the Georgia Tech team that's flying. Again, Georgia Tech was facing an Ohio State set point in set 2, came back to win it 26-24. Set 3 is underway. And it starts with a kill for Ohio State from Bukovic.
Nice run right out of the gate for set 3. Mac Pedraza setting up her 6'6" outside hitter in Vanya Bukovic for the first point of set 3.
Brambila from the back. Took it right at Murr, who couldn't dig it out, and it's another kill. 13 now on 23 swings with just 1 error.
She swings with so much power for not that big of a person.
To swing that hard and have just 1 error here as we play into the 3rd set.
It's remarkable. Trying
again. Ohio State there with the block. Oh. Bergman off hands and out of play. Point Georgia Tech.
Great heads-up play by Bergman. Understand she's tight to the net, got a lot of hands in front of her face. She just goes thumb up. Look at that cut shot. Catches Gabby Gonzalez off guard, goes 4-4. Wrist away swing, sharp shot.
Delay here for a little perspiration to get mopped up on the floor. Again, they have brought this floor in here to Freedom Hall. Volleyball being played here for the first time. They will take this surface off. It's after practices tomorrow because Bellarmine, this is their home floor for men's and women's basketball. They've got a game here, so there's going to be a lot of activity here in this building coming up, but they're making it work to host this regional in front of A great crowd. We saw that in match number 1. Louisville brought the fans out, and we expect to see a huge crowd here on Saturday evening. 2-2 here in the third.
A good amount of Ohio State fans here in Freedom Hall. Quick drive from Columbus. Not too far from Atlanta. Multiple Georgia Tech fans as well. So a good regional for the 4 teams who played here today.
Another swing from the back. Another successful kill. What else is new? 3-2 Georgia Tech.
Again, they go back to the well. Londot trying to get in to close with Riley Rader there in the middle. Just got a lot of heat to that attack there.
Kaiser to serve. So we've seen that back row attack time and again from Brambila. How can Ohio State try to negate that or defend that? Because we keep seeing it. Is there a way to defend it?
Yeah, well, we've seen Ohio State put up 3 blockers against it, and yet some of the power still is able to work itself through. We've seen a couple times that Ohio State's been able to block her. I think if you continue to send 3, that's helpful because then Brambila doesn't feel like she has everywhere the court to use, anywhere to go.
Right now it seems like she's putting it wherever she wants. Morissette has it blocked. Another dig, another chance for Bergman.
Nice dig by Murr.
Bertolino got there. Rader, quick set. Georgia Tech got hands on it. Bergman off hands. We continue on. Londot, no. Point, Georgia Tech.
And much like you've seen from Brambila, Emily Londot has the same capability out of the back row. You can never lose track of where she is on the court because she is a weapon in the front and in the back. Unfortunately, they're just a little bit too much power, can't get on top of it to keep it in the court of play.
McKissick. McKissick with the set. Good block by Ohio State.
Yep.
Undot.
Great dig.
Dug it out. And a block back by Morissette.
Great dig by Londot. Toe on the line, right back. Gets one hand on this. Watch this play. Brings it back into the court of play. Unfortunately, Gonzalez met by a big block across the net in Georgia Tech's Morissette.
5 blocks now for Georgia Tech, 2 for Ohio State. That one is off the mark, and Georgia Tech has stretched it out to a 6-3 advantage here in set 3. All the momentum right now with Georgia Tech up 2-0. You wonder if Georgia Tech gets a point here, if Ohio State will take an early timeout here to try to slow things down.
Nice dig.
Londot missed the mark. That goes wide. It is a point for Georgia Tech. They're on top 7-3.
Mac Pedraza going to Emily Londot quite a bit. She's a unanimous Big Ten first team selection for good reason. Couple of errors been strung together by Londot. Utilize Gabby Gonzalez and Riley Rader.
Jen Oldenburg lets it play out, but now a setting error, and I think she's got to take the timeout now, and she will. Yeah, Ohio State is reeling right now. Georgia Tech is rolling. The Ramblin' Wreck on top by 5 here in the third in Louisville. Got the dig. Good dig on the other side by Georgia Tech. Good defense on both ends. Another block for Georgia Tech.
Good coverage by Murr.
Off hands, they'll try Brambila again, but that one is going to miss the mark, and they say it was deflected out of play.
Touch right there on the block as Brambila went through.
Oh boy, she hits it so hard, it happened so fast. The up official is the one who called it because Jen Oldenburg looked up, said, who called it, who called it? And she looked at him and he nodded. Steven Shepard up top, so no challenge. Blocked off the hands, and Ohio State gets the point.
Great side out by Ohio State. Mac Pedraza running a really fast tempo. Outside set to Gabby Gonzalez, who gets on it quick, turns it, able to tool the block.
Pedraza second in Division I in assists per set at nearly 12. Block back, another kill from Brambila.
Recognizing multiple hands in front of her, able to tool the block. That's her 16th kill, hitting 500 on the day.
30 swings, 1 error. She also has 15 digs, Katie. 16-15, and we're just in the third set. Rader dropped it in. Touched out of play, and it's a point for Ohio State.
It's a really nice run by Riley Rader, going behind off of 1 foot on the slide. Pedraza puts her in a good place so she can swing, she can tip, she can do what she wants with it. Recognizes defense is back on their heels, drops it in right over top of the block.
Setting the middle, Morris set with the kill. That's her 4th.
Georgia Tech's able to run this play because they're passing the ball so well out of serve receive. Pass goes right on top of McKissick's head. She's able to run that quick 1 set to Breland Morset, who gets up on it. Nice swing.
Toss from her knees, got it over the net. Georgia Tech hands again. Pimentel with a great save for Georgia Tech. That one's going to be deflected out of play off of Georgia Tech, and Ohio State gets the point.
Bukalik, 6'6". She's got such a long arm swing, so much power behind the swing. Great job taking it cross court. And now if you're Mac Pedraza, you're going back to serve. Down by 5. String together a run here with your serve.
11-6. Blocked back. Great defense by Ohio State. Davis and Laundot teaming up.
And that's exactly what Erica Davis is in there to do. She has had a great impact as a true freshman for this Ohio State team. She's a really impressive blocker for her age.
Great job by Gonzalez, laying out to save it. And then Ohio State gets the point. Here come the Buckeyes.
Stringing together a run. Great defensive play by Gonzalez out of middle back. Vanya Bukalik continuing to impress on that outside pin.
Georgia Tech will use a timeout. I got screened there. Did Pimentel take that off the bridge of the nose? Looks like she's just trying to get her eyesight back, and yeah, that looks to be the case. We talked about that earlier. Now they're going to take a look at her closely here. Georgia Tech take. Bukalik stepped into that one.
It's so hard to defend. At 6'6", she's hitting the ball at a point of contact that you just can't imagine, and it makes it so difficult to get underneath and read. Not only is she hitting it high, she's got so much power in that arm swing, the pace of which is hard to handle as well.
Bukalik getting the time with Mia Grunzi, the senior, out for the season after a knee injury, had surgery last week. That is a point for Ohio State. Davis gets it, and the Buckeyes are down 12-10.
That's crucial for this Ohio State offense. Yes, your middle blockers are there to block, but also can you keep the defense honest by running them and making them offensive threats like we just saw from Davis.
Deflected out of play, point for Georgia Tech. Bertolino will go back to serve. 7 kills, 8 digs for the freshman.
Nice dig by Merce, sticking in there.
Londot tries to go down the line, but missed her spot. Point Georgia Tech.
It's a good run by Pedraza. Londot just can't get her hand quite on it. Pushes it a couple feet too wide. If you're Ohio State, stick the pass side out here. Or just take the free point. That's always helpful too.
If they're gonna give them away, take them.
Absolutely. Now use this to your benefit. You got Murr, one of your leaders of this team, back to serve. Continue to cut into that deficit.
3 service errors now for Georgia Tech. Gonzalez goes long. Point for the Yellow Jackets. Kaiser will come on to serve for Georgia Tech. Ohio State with a 9-match winning streak, knocking off Howard and Tennessee in Columbus. They get 2 wins here in Louisville. They'll be in Columbus. Service error for Georgia Tech. Second service error, make it fourth service error, I beg your pardon, of the match for the Yellow Jackets.
But back-to-back service errors, so it'll be interesting to remember this point of the game, 15-12.
Right.
Do those 2 service errors come back to haunt Georgia Tech?
Of course, the national semifinals and championship being played in Columbus. Kill for Bergman.
It's a nice, fast-paced run by Maddie McKissick to the outside pin. Julia Bergman gets on it, and look at this, goes over top of the block. Doesn't even need to go in between a seam. At 6'5", you have that luxury, much like Vanya Bukovic of Ohio State has on the outside pin as well.
8 kills now for Bergman. Gonzalez. Hitting error for Ohio State. They're now at 0-31 here in this third set, Katie. 8 hitting errors for the Buckeyes.
And that's just a killer. I mean, right now your serve receivers are doing a nice job putting Mac Pedraza in a good situation. We're just seeing uncharacteristic errors from the front line.
Diving attempt made by Bertolino, couldn't get there. Point for the Buckeyes.
If you remember in the second set, Gabby Gonzalez went on that really incredible service run. Can she do it here again? A couple of aces in that run. Can she put it on Georgia Tech?
Ohio State would lead 22-19 in that second set. They had a set point, but Georgia Tech fought it off and ended up winning set 2, 26-24. Bergman hammers it home.
Great dig to start. McKissick puts it a little bit tight, but that's okay because of the size. Bergman beats the block to it. Middle of the court kill.
Remember, Bergman was struggling with hitting errors. She was hitting negative in the early part of this match. Now she's positive. She's hitting at 103. Another good swing by Bukovic, who's had a good set here, trying to keep Ohio State in it.
Bukovic's come on strong late in that second set, and it's carried over here into set 3. She's been a bright spot for Ohio State. That long, high arm swing has been lethal. Continue to ride the hot hand if you're Mac Pedraza.
5 of her 9 kills have come here in this third set. And that's it. Bertolino with the kill.
Great job by Breland Morissette, the middle blocker of Georgia Tech, coming in, acting as if she was going to hit the ball, holds the middle blocker, allows Bertolino to go one-on-one for an easy kill.
Pimentel with the serve. Rader trying to feed the hot hand at Bukovic. Bergman from the back, the block up front by Davis.
Great patience and discipline by Davis. She doesn't bite with the middle attacker in Erin Moss. She recognizes Julia Bergman's coming right at her. She sticks in there. Heck of a block by the freshman. And much needed.
Pedraza back at the service line for Ohio State. Bukovic again. Bertolino missed the mark. Point Ohio State.
Pedraza put this team on a run early on in set 3. Here can she do it again? Already off to a great start.
Georgia Tech will take a timeout. So the Yellow Jackets on top by 3 take the timeout here in set 3. It's Pedraza serving. Out of a timeout, you're Georgia Tech, and I'm no expert. I don't need to tell anybody that, but if I'm in, I got the board in there, I'm like, we're just gonna set up number 13. Brambila, okay, she's been great, thank you. Ready, hands in, ready,
Are you picking
break.
up on the trend?
Outstanding match, 17 kills, 16 digs for the senior. Ohio State gets the point right back though.
London has had so much success in that serve-receive rotation coming out of the middle on that 1.5-2 ball that really allows her to go up and elevate, gives her so much court to work with. Nice side out there by London.
Batted around and point for Georgia Tech. 21-17 Yellow Jackets.
4 points away from making it to a regional final where they would face a familiar ACC foe.
That's right. Georgia Tech with just 2 losses in their last 16 matches against Pitt and here in Louisville. Another dig, another kill, another point for Georgia Tech.
18 kills from the senior. What a day she has had. 16 digs as well in the backcourt, making her impact felt everywhere she goes.
Overpass, Moss puts it away. And Georgia Tech is 2 points away, and Ohio State will take a timeout. Started early here in this third set. A 6-0 run put Georgia Tech on top 9-3. And even though Ohio State has pushed back a couple of times, they've been really unable to sustain any long runs here against this Georgia Tech team.
No, because Georgia Tech has been able to side out so efficiently throughout the entirety of this match. There you have Aaron Moss recognizing good serve, overpass is coming. Doesn't have to do too much, just gets on top of it. Top to bottom, Georgia Tech has had a really efficient day, as you see in set 3, out hitting Ohio State 316 to 098.
And really the consistency too for Georgia Tech is summed up in the play of Mariana Brambila, who had 5 kills in set digs. You get Buick top performer status, and that's the case for Mariana Brambila. Ohio State out of timeouts. They do have 2 challenges remaining, but time is running out here for the Buckeyes. Now 23-17, Georgia Tech serving with the lead. Brambila blocked. There's the defense for Ohio State. Erica Davis not going to go down without a fight.
And they had Brambila's number there. Gabby Gonzalez, Emily Londa do a great job of recognizing back row attacks coming. They take a step in to flank Erica Davis for the triple block.
Kylie Murr serves. Bergman. That goes wide, and back-to-back points now for Ohio State.
A block followed up by an error. It's exactly what Ohio State needs just to start to steal this momentum back to their side. Kylie Murr needs to keep it on them from the serve.
Londot off hands, 3 straight points for Ohio State. Buckeyes are not done yet here in Louisville.
Excellent jack set by Pedraza. And look at the line swing by Emily Londot. So much power. Pimentel just can't keep a handle on it. Cutting into this deficit here.
Grabs tape and gets over. Bergman with the kill. Match point, Georgia Tech.
This is match point, Georgia
Ohio State makes a push. Georgia Tech not phased or rattled. Relies on their go-to outside hitter, Julia Bergman.
They'll bring a Louisville native in to serve for the set. Kayla Kaiser trying to put it away for the Yellow Jackets. Londot hammers it home for the kill.
Great run by Ohio State. Hannah Grunsfelder handles the topspin serve with ease. Pedraza puts Emily Londot in a one-on-one situation. Textbook play.
Match point number 2 for Georgia Tech with Londot serving. Who else from the back row? Ohio State was there to block it. Buckeyes fighting hard. Good defensively, staying in the point, still in it.
Great rally.
Quick set in the middle, and Georgia Tech sweeps Ohio State. And for the first time since 2003, they are on to the regional final. For the second time in NCAA volleyball.